What's going on, YouTube? Youngling Jr. here. Now, huh, Tom Brady has over six, I believe he has six Super Bowl championships, spanning 20 years, won like 17 AFC conference championships with Bill Belichick. Probably one of the best duos ever. And they established a great relationship. I mean, Bill Belichick came in from the Cleveland Browns, I believe. He was like an offensive coordinator in that particular time, man, and coaching as well, and transferring his talents to here with New England. And it was just really amazing. I'll always never forget when they did a little documentary or series on Tom Brady and how he came along into the NFL. It was like a draft. I think drafting like fourth round. He really wasn't a high pick. And, he was walking down the street. He was getting very frustrated, during the draft day. He was like, man, I worked my butt off in the University of Michigan. It just seems that no one doesn't want me at this particular moment. I don't know if I might have to change my position, could be a wide receiver. But he went back in the house. His father was like, come in, you got a phone call. And that's when he was signed to the New England Patriots, Drew Bledsoe. But, he started developing this game. Won as rookie of the year. I mean, won a Super Bowl. I mean, the most memorable Super Bowl, I remember he beat the Carolina Panthers. That was amazing. Adam Vinatieri kicked that field goal. They came back against the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, that was crazy. Beat the Seattle Seahawks. It was just like freaking crazy, man. I mean, beat the Rams. Now, when Eli Manning and the defense, they were doing really well, and the New York Giants, they went 16-0 at the particular moment. You got the 9-7 wild card Giants coming in, right? They coming in, throwing, boom, boom, man. Santumer caught that. Caught the ball at the last minute, gave him good field position, ended up sealing the game. And the crazy part is that they beat them when they was like undefeated. Then, years again, you would think they would get revenge, and Eli Manning found a way to beat them again. So this one, Tom Coughlin was a great coach for the New York Giants before they ended up firing him. He was just very, very successful. But, besides all of that, and of course the Eagles, when Tom Brady and the New England Patriots system always found a way to bounce back. And I like how they developed LeGarrette Blount. Now, LeGarrette Blount was a decent running back with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I remember him playing for him. He wasn't like nothing like spectacular. He was just okay. He was like a Brandon Jacobs, if that. They used him for like, it was a big guy if you want to get into the red zone. It was like first and goal. You need like 10 yards or whatever to get good field position. They go ahead and use him. But man, he was a big power running back. Really not too speedy running back, but he's very powerful. And I mean, won a Super Bowl with him. I mean, even won a Super Bowl with the Philadelphia Eagles. Got Matt Castle in that particular time. Matt Castle, I remember, I think it was back in 2011 or something. Like Tom Brady got injured really bad or whatever, and Matt Castle had to come in, and they won, like they came in like 11-5. With him, they played a few games. The system is very predicated to people to be very successful. I mean, Bill Belichick practice with him each and every single day. I mean, he even said like, hey man, regardless of the weather, we're gonna go ahead, understand it, analyzes the game, realize our mistakes, we can go ahead and get back to next week. And of course they all had the skates and the scandals, and we can go all down forth on that, man. The whole Patriots, Robert Kraft doing the whole investigations on that, man, his crime stuff that he been doing. That's for a whole nother video. But man, for the most part, man, the Spygate, Spygate with the Washington Redskins and the Cincinnati Bengals this year. You got the Deflate Gate. They suspended Tom Brady, doubting him, came back and won a Super Bowl. I mean, this is like something that we really maybe not experience for the next, I don't know, 30 years or so. I mean, people may compare him as one of the Michael Jordans of today's age, as far as like in the football terms. But I don't know, man. I mean, even though I have a hatred for the Patriots, but I gotta give credit when credit's due, man. I mean, this is a team that finds a way to get things going, get things rocking in the playoffs. So you see, unfortunately, they lost to the Tennessee Titans. I had a feeling that was going to happen. They had a mediocre wide receiver core. You got Sony Michel, who's really good. I think he rushed over 100 yards, but it just wasn't enough. Julian Edelman had a broken shoulder. Gronkowski retired. And, Antonio Brown, his mess that happened, man, him getting accused of rape, was able to assist them in that particular time in the offense. Well, I mean, you can see the New England Patriots, they were lacking an offensive scheme. They really needed more talented wide receivers. I mean, they couldn't really get to the bowl surprisingly enough, they got into the wild card, but they couldn't get into the bowl with those type of players on the team. But Bill Belichick's system, he can pretty much make anything out of nothing, man. I mean, seriously, like he is very, very intelligent when it comes to those type of things, man. But I mean, people, analyze these guys, man. And they kind of would emulate, be like the Patriots. I mean, Miami Dolphins. I think that kind of inspired Miami Dolphins to work a little harder because, like, man, we sick of this. We going against them twice a year. We sick of them being all on the media praising Tom Brady that he's this and that. Man, we gonna go out here and try our best. I mean, we play them twice a year, so we can't just be manipulated and get beat up every single time we meet. And like how Ryan Fitzpatrick had a spectacular ending, man. That was kind of crazy. But I just think there's a lot of defensive schemes that need to be going on there. Bill Belichick, I don't know if he's going to leave. He might still be coaching with Tom Brady. Tom Brady might be a free agent. And no, I do not want him to go to Los Angeles Chargers. Los Angeles Chargers need a new quarterback. We have a 6th-round pick. Let's be smart. Draft a QB. Let's get someone fresh out of college and develop him. No offense to Tom Brady, but he's getting on up there in age. He still can throw. He's still a vet. He has that PhD and that IQ of football, but we don't need him in our arsenal. We don't need him in our offense. I'm just saying, like, I think Tom Brady should maybe just hang it up, or if you want to play one more year, they need to give him more weapons on the wide receiver core. And people, they have to, especially like, Antonio Brown and you got Josh Gordon. I think if those two individuals were still here and Josh Gordon didn't have go through no mental things, what he was going through, or far as like just taking it just performance enhancement drugs. I mean, he's just in and out of trouble. You gotta kind of be disciplined, man, in this league, and they do enforce that all over the NFL, but especially in New England Patriots, man. And if those two guys would have been eventually like, okay, well, I'm gonna just take the game of football serious. I'm a professional. Then it might be another outcome. They probably would have possibly beat the Tennessee Titans, but they did what they could. Only managed to put up 13 points. It is what it is, man. But they got to really looking forward to it. They got to be a more disciplined and more well balanced team. But hey, it's been a long dynasty for them. I mean, I can say six championships. I mean, compared to the Dallas Cowboys, I believe they have the most in the Pittsburgh Steelers. But man, this is something that we will never forget. Even though a lot of people, it's like 50-50. People hate the New England Patriots, but they always manage to do great things, man. And it's one of those teams that you can't let your foot off the gas. You got to continuously push forward and score, because the prime example, when they went against the Atlanta Falcons a few years ago, they was over 28-3 in the third quarter, and they just found a way to come back and win. I mean, this stuff is it's kind of crazy. And I remember Michael Butler got an interception going against the Seattle Seahawks and turned over the ball, and they was able to win. But man, it's a crazy thing. It's a dynasty we never forget. But I wonder what's going to be the next dynasty for the NFL. Who knows? It could be the Saints, or the Saints are eliminated from the Minnesota Vikings. But I just want to go in here and make this video and my thoughts on this, man. Even though the New England Patriots destroyed us last year in the AFC Conference, I'm sorry, it wasn't AFC Conference, the divisional round. And then 2009-2010 season, we had the LT. We got destroyed in the AFC Conference Championship. Well, not destroyed, but defeated, unfortunately. And, they broke a lot of teams' hearts. So I can see some celebrations that, hey, well, New England Patriots not here anymore. Yay. Well, they not as good as they used to be. Tom Brady's about to leave. Yay. Cool. Everybody's, rooting for their downfall. But but I just want to go here and just, talk about my thoughts on it and give them the highlights of what I think is really good for the, what I remember from the New England Patriots. But, Tom Brady, man, easily Hall of Famer. Easy. So, I mean, that many Super Bowl appearances with a duo like that, and not so many coaches can do that. That's amazing. I mean, coaches that came close to that, but, John Madden, Raiders, and you have, Tom Landry, Bill Johnson, but for them to have this long, strong relationship and understand the game of football and developing players that are like mediocre, or they're just mediocre, find a way for them to actually get to the bowl and experience winning. It's an amazing thing, man. Because you got many coaches didn't even have one Super Bowl, not even one Super Bowl appearance, not even a conference championship. You imagine, man, 9 Super Bowl appearances and six, and you won six. That's a good probability, man. Nearly almost half, more than half of your Super Bowls you won, man. But it's a good thing though. And maybe they won. It's gonna be Tennessee Titans going against the Baltimore Ravens, and then you got the Kansas City Chiefs. They're gonna be going against the Houston Texans. So I'm gonna be looking forward to the next divisional round, which is be next week, man. But yeah, that's all I really have to say here. End of the dynasty. We'll see what Tom Brady's gonna go next. Once you guys' thoughts on here, you guys continue to like, comment, subscribe, donate to the channel at Young Link Jr. on the Cash App. And I'm out. Deuces.